let's go into the DNC yesterday with, not yesterday, the last 2 days, with everything that happened, with the speeches that were given. I got notes on every single one of them. I listened to every single one of them. But I think, Josh, I think it's appropriate we have you give us an update on what happened on DNC day 1 as well as DNC day 2.
Well, a lot happened.
Fair and balanced, my friend. Try your best. Try your best to be a fair and balanced.
I would have rather watched the opening credits on the television at the Marriott Hotel when they welcome you with their pre-recorded commercials. This by far, outside of Michelle Obama, who I still think is a horrible person, but she delivered a great speech, okay? This was the most boring snooze fest of a has-beens and idiot former Republicans like John Kasich and Cindy McCain and all of these morons. It was absolutely abysmal. And trust me, I cannot wait for the RNC to take place on the side of the White House. And we already know Trump already is lining up a fireworks show that is supposedly going to be grand. But what happened in the DNC? Well, obviously, Michelle Obama gave a pretty tough speech. She was extremely eloquent in her delivery. By far, she was the highlight. I almost wonder what it is that they're setting her up for, because if you think about it, she's kind of the first time. Like even with Nancy Reagan, she did her say no to drugs thing, but this is Michelle's really the first president's wife that has kind of been paraded out more like a politician than a first lady. I mean, in her own right, she's done a great job branding herself as an actual influencer because she's not an elected official, right? But she's actually come up to where she probably holds as much, but close to as much credence as someone like Barack Obama does. And I would actually say that she's probably becoming more of a figure than Barack Obama because she's a little bit more outspoken than him. But as far as just straight oratory and delivery, she did a phenomenal job. But, man, there is something weird about this pre-recorded montage that took place at the DNC. Now, I think, and we're going to get into it, AOC.
That was weird. I got to tell you. Did you see that? Did you see what AOC said?
What did she say?
Okay, tell us what she said. Very weird. She spoke for less than 2 minutes, by the way. She had 2 minutes of time. That's how much they gave her. The lowest time anybody got was her, 2 minutes.
Get her in, get her out.
Bro, but they know that they have to have her because she's the leader of the young, new Democrats. So they got to put her up there. So she gets up. She's the face of the squad, right? She gets up at the DNC, which is all about Joe Biden, which is all about let's get all of the troops behind Biden and let's go for it. And she gets up and gives this long speech. Well, long.
2 minutes.
Yeah. Gives this
long 2 minute speech.
Yes, it was a very long 2 minute speech. And this is how she ends. And that is why at the Democratic National Convention, I nominate the senator from Massachusetts or the senator from Vermont, Bernard. Are you ready for this? Sanders.
She said that at the end?
She nominated.
By the way, can you pull it up? You just have to watch the last 30 seconds. It's a 2 minute. It's not like it's. Just pull it up.
Oh, she's done.
No, she's not done. She
done.
knows what she's doing.
Bro, she is 100% calculated.
Okay, by the way, minute 39 seconds. I was off by 20 seconds.
Good evening. Bienvenidos.
Go all the way to the end, right there.
Time when millions of people in the United States are looking for deep, systemic solutions to our crises of mass evictions, unemployment, and lack of health care, en el espíritu del pueblo, and out of a love for all people, I hereby second the nomination of Senator Bernard Sanders of Vermont for President of the United States of America.
The DNC is dead, ladies and gentlemen. The DNC is dead.
No, she's done.
It's not
in my opinion.
Bro, I don't think so. In fact, Pat,
if you're going to get anything done in the DNC, in the Democratic Party, you're going to need the DNC machine behind you.
But, bro,
she just spat in their face.
You 4 years ago, the RNC said they would never select Trump as their face. They were forced to, and the guy had to bow down, and he was there
Trump
for the celebration.
Had the people behind him. He had the Republicans behind him.
Do you know how many followers this girl has on Twitter?
That ain't shit, man.
I'm
telling you. She's got the liberals in New York that are feeling her.
Right.
Okay, but hey.
Let her run on a national stage.
Guys,
she might win her little Brooklyn Dumbo. And if you don't know about Dumbo, that's down under the Manhattan Bridge overpass or whatever it is. I'm not calling her a Dumbo or those people a Dumbo. She might win that little segment, but she's not a national player.
Okay.
In my opinion. Do you think so? Go ahead and disagree. Go say it now.
Never underestimate a socialist, man.
So let me
underestimate a socialist.
Let me explain to you why Pat's right here.
Yeah.
Okay? A lot of people
She's got your vote. Go ahead.
A lot of people are watching the DNC that takes place at night. This is primetime DNC convention, right? A lot of people watch that. That is the equivalent of what I'm going to say your Tinder picture is, or your Grindr picture, okay? Everyone's got that one picture that looks good, that's like their public-facing picture. But if you really want to get into what the future of the Democratic Party is, let's go into what's happening at the DNC during the daytime. Okay, this is where they're having the youth panels and their youth speakers and all that stuff. There was some stuff that happened with the youth speakers that to me was like, as I'm watching this, I'm thinking, holy crap, this is the future of the DNC. This is what happened in the pre-evening DNC convention, all right? They go to play for the national anthem. Now, at nighttime, they had that little Zoom montage of everybody like singing it, and it's very pro-American. We're united. During the day, though, it's an entirely different DNC. So when they get up to do this this particular panel, they said, now we're going to play the national anthem. For those of you at home, feel free to either rise or kneel. Okay, this is the DNC, their convention, and they're telling people they want to come across at nighttime patriotic, but the youth are saying, hey, if you want to kneel, that's just as patriotic. Then in one of the speeches, the lady actually rails for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes on why the future of the Democratic Party is fighting in she said, the entire desolation and deconstruction of capitalism. They're letting their true colors be known. And then Iona Presley gets up in the pre-DNC. This is like wake up in the morning who you really are DNC. This is no makeup DNC. This is not Tinder profile picture at nighttime DNC. This is like the real DNC. She gets up and praises the protesters and rioters in Portland. At night, they want to seem like they're the unifiers of America, but during the day, they are literally praising and bringing up in fact, they even had a preacher on there. I don't know what, let me just look in this camera right here and say, I don't know what in the hell kind of preacher is going to speak at the DNC, you baby murdering, abortion flipping idiot. You're going to hell. So they get a preacher up at the DNC that tells America, of course, he comes up, I'm here tonight to tell you that we have got to open our borders. And Jesus said that if you do it unto the least of these, I'm here tonight to tell you, America, if we don't open our borders for immigrants, our nation is going to hell. And I'm sitting here like, man, this starting to sound a little bit like Jeremiah Wright, when he said, God damn the United States of America. Dude, Pat, I think this brings up an interesting point, and we can go back into this DNC thing. I think you're right. There is a new Democratic Party that's taken place, and you can obviously see it here. There's a war. But I'm actually telling you, the Republicans, as we saw here at the DNC, the Republicans, we had John Kasich, we had Colin Powell, Cindy McCain, all of these Republicans that go up on the DNC platform and say, we endorse Joe Biden. What we have seen, ladies and gentlemen, is the death of the Republican Party. There is no more Republican Party. Now there is MAGA versus everybody. Trump has done a phenomenal job in branding. Now the MAGA crowd says, oh, you're a Republican. Screw you. You're not a Republican. We don't claim you. We'll never vote for you. You're out of the, period. It's MAGA versus everybody, and I think it's going to end up being a showdown between MAGA versus socialism, and that's what the future of the country is.